Granite Roots. Today it's funny, I was just working on my build and wasn't planning on recording, and then had a good fight that I didn't record, so left recording on, and then we get a call to Hills, so here I am. And so this is the same group of green we just defeated in our north camp. They came back for Hills, and I'm just going to do a little bit of throwing axes and trying to spike people here. That's a great part about this build with the Converge skill on skill 3. Lots of mobility. And we're going to get rid of him right off. And then this Necro that was just in Shroud is going to go down quick. He is all done. Diamond Legend. Buckets Bandits. Where is Bucket Lips? Anyway, toast. I think Bucket Lips runs a Mesmer usually. So here we go. Got this guy right here. He's going to go down. And now we're going to move to the end of the bridge. Let's knock him down, but I'm going to leave him to focus on the dudes that are low on health so I can spike them. And it's going to be this last Revenant. And I think the axe is still hit him when he was in motion because he goes down anyway, that skill 3 or whatever it is. So, thank you so much for the bags. Alright, this guy right here. This is cool. So this is like the Bane. This build is like the Bane of trappers. He did a really good job with his thing, but I can pour it out of there real quick. And the in and out with the axes makes it real easy to overcome these guys that just like to camp their traps and hang out. So the mobility on this is absolutely amazing. And it's funny, I was considering like, hey, you know what? I'd figured out a way to go back to my old build with the dagger pistol stealth burst, but I really enjoy this mobility, and it doesn't really even require stealth. This guy was just coming up to see what was going on in the towers. We were trying to repel those green with like 5 of us against 20, so we're just harassing him. I figured, you know what, I'll take this guy out, but he's a diamond. I think he's just a scout because he didn't really do much. So I mean, he kind of handed it to me, so thank you. This guy, this was a good fight. This guy came in, we surprised each other at the sentry. And I didn't realize he was ranged till I started taking some damage. He loads me with Condis. So I'm going to pop my Dagger Storm to just give me a minute to see what he's doing. Thankfully, because I avoided that Photon Forge thing. And here's where I figure out, since he's got range, I'm going to try to use the trees to break line of sight and do a little ring around the rosy. I didn't realize he was also low, which is probably good because I would have probably stayed there and lost. By the time I come back, see him getting some healing anyway. That was kind of nice. He didn't because he was still at his skill for the mini-me or whatever it was. So again, I'm going to use the trees. And now that Condi burst is too much for him. Right here. Boom. And we'll finish this. But that was a good fight, and he's desynced, so I'm going to stomp him while he's floating away. Alright, this fight I wasn't going to fight him. I just saw Recruit, didn't realize he was a bronze, otherwise I might have gone after him. But either way, since he dismounted me, means he wants to fight. Dragon Hunter again, he's going to use trapping and stuff. He's going to use his pull. And I'm not going to hang out there. He's going to lay a bunch of traps and he's going to make a mistake. He's going to come out of them to come get me. It would have been better off staying there. And that helps. He's going to go back to them. I'm going to go in, I'm going to dodge out or move out, and my man is toast. Almost got me, just timing was off. I'm going to fight a Willbender later on, the timing is much better. This guy thought he was just an invader, then I saw bronze, and I was going for the camp, so let's mix it up. I had him real quick here, but then he ends up killing the guard to rally, which was a good move by him. And now we're just going to finish this fight. That great sword launch has a great telegraph, makes it easier. Now here's something weird. He ends up getting me here. I think he just triggered it before I ported, so that's why it still worked. I still get him though. So now I'm just going to kind of start going at the camp. I see this guy come in, not sure who he is. He's on my left. I'm going to go around, create a little bit of space. He's a Willbender. He's going up top. Let's see what I can do from the other side. So again, skill 3 is a port. So same as you can short bow port a shadow step up there or steal, you can also skill 3 And he dismounts, but he's still got Condis on him, so that's a nice way to start. I don't think this guy's used to losing fights. One, because he's a Willbender, they usually win, but this build is great for Willbenders as well, because it's just got a lot of mobility, pretty good stun break, and he's on his invuln. And I try to time it when I think the invuln's done, I continue with my attack so I don't waste any time. And he's going to go down right here in just a second. And then he is very good at timing his knockback in down state. I must have had a lot of thieves do this, because watch, I'm going to do my favorite trick, and boom. Good job. It's not going to help you, but it is nice to mess up my little pattern here. So now I'm going to go finish taking the camp. There's a guy in there, so we're going to push him out. Another dragon hunter. I think it's the same guy from before, when I fought earlier, up by my sentry. Same guild anyway, same rank. Alright, and we're just going to finish this guy off. There it is, like the one time you see me use stealth is with a stomp, for the most part. It only lasts for a couple seconds. So now, as I'm waiting, you never know if anybody's coming. So at this point, I don't know the guy's going to come, but he does. That Willbender comes back. I think he's a bit salty. So I always just like throw axes around, so when they come in, I can just use my skill 3 right off. So here he is. And I got the camp. And he's going to keep fighting me in the camp, so that's why I think he's just not used to losing. You know, again, Willbenders are severely overpowered. And for being honest, I think this build might be a little overpowered as well, just with all the mobility. The ability to just throw axes, you run away from stuff, and then converge at your convenience, and then dodge out. I mean, it really is. I won't be surprised if they nerf it. And you know what? Maybe they should. But they should also nerf builds like what this guy's running, right? So we'll see what happens. Alright, again, I'm going to go for it. This time I'm going to try and hold it an extra half second before I land so I can see I pull it off. And he does it again. Hats off to you, my friend. Good timing. Appreciate that. That's where we'll end this video. And this video I kind of cut in half. Again, I found a lot more content roaming. Nobody wants to watch 10-12 minutes of stuff, so I'm going to break it in half. This was probably the more exciting of the two, but the next one involves more group play. Either way, thank you for watching, and hope you have a most excellent day.